All right, I should be live everywhere. If not, shame on me. But welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and of course, everything in between. It's been a while. I've not been streaming for quite a bit, and there's, well, a couple of things that are, well, new, I would say. Don't worry about the backdrop too much. I'm in the new flat, right? And it's still very much a work in progress. It's also very echoey in this room specifically, which I hope gets better when things, we adjust them a little bit. But for now, that's how it is. Yeah, feels great being live again. I'm late, so that's just a classic Benno stream right there. Other than that, what will we be doing today? I'll get into that in a minute. Welcome Pinna Tommy, surprise stream. Technically I did schedule and announce it. It's just surprising that it's like 20 minutes late. Anyway, alright. Without any further ado, let's get into the meat, right? The meat of the stream. This is basically a Hogwarts Legacy stream. What do I mean by this? We are playing Dark Souls with sorceries only, baby. That's right. Is this gonna be challenging or like super challenging or whatever? No, probably not. I don't think so. I've never done this. I think. Pretty sure. I just wanted, first of all, a little bit of a comfy stream. So I get to talk about some other stuff as well. Mostly, Nintendo Direct maybe. Secondly, I got a new controller. Already like a couple of weeks ago. I got an Easy SMX 5 or something. It's decently cheap and it's supposed to be decently good as well. And I haven't really played with that yet, so I want to give it a shot. So I wanted to play something that I can play with controller. So yeah, that's kind of the reasoning behind it. I'm basically cosplaying here as well. I don't have a scar on my forehead because I'm not actually Harry Potter, I guess. But we just have to deal with that. So, I hope everything still works and nothing is breaking because I have my doubts about it. But if that's the case, and I'm just gonna assume it is, I'm gonna hop in the actual game. Let's go. Whoop. All right. We are starting with a new game, of course. I have some ideas what I want to do in this game, or in this playthrough, so to speak. But I am not entirely sure yet about the specifics. I'm also not sure which character to delete. Wait, what do we have here? Vivid Bottom. Pretty sure this was a speedrun kind of deal, right? No idea about this. I remember this one though. This was actually years ago from a stream as well. This is what I played with my MIDI keyboard. That was also a sorcery centered build. Alright, I think we just get rid of the Vivid Bottom, shall we? I hope so. I don't know what this is either. Like a Sunbro. Gilderoy can beat any fox. Damn, this is already like the the first boss in a way. Some level 1 character. Let's get rid of the Vivid Bottom. Okay. Alright. So the rules of this run will be very simple. And those are, we are only allowed to use sorceries. There's not gonna be any melee attacks whatsoever. Nothing, just sorceries. Of course, we gotta go like top heavy for that. That's just, common sense. Then we go for like we just go for a commoner, right? Do we have like some top quality Harry Potter here? I think this works, right? Harry Potter does have black hair, if I'm correct on this. Sex, no. We're gonna customize. Do we customize a little bit, or we just not give a shit? You know what? Let's randomize it a little bit. Oh, that screws over the... Oh no, wait, it says common. Incantations in Dark Souls 1. Well, in Dark Souls 1 there are sorceries, there are miracles, and there are pyromancies. All of which require a different tool, you know, to cast. So sorceries will be cast with a catalyst. We are starting with a sorcerer here, so we have some sorceries available from the start and a catalyst. That should not be a problem. What might be a problem, and that's I think like the only real challenge of this run. Maybe we are running into the problem that we have too little damage for a boss. At least if I'm not skilling enough int. So just think. I don't know. I'm not feeling the Harry Potter vibe here. Let's see. It's more like a Dudley. This is a Harry Potter. I think we're getting there. Okay, this, I think this works, right? This is it. All right. PS1 Hagrid. I don't think I can get the character fat enough. The face would work, I guess. That's classic Dark Souls character creation. All right. How about like Larry Trotter? Does that work? I think so. Larry Trotter it is. So we have the master key. We are starting with Sorcerer. That's that. Let's get into it. Start. Do we watch this? Let's watch it. I haven't played this game in ages, I swear to God.
The world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
Dragon!
But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity.
They've always nailed the intro cutscenes, right? I think they were always really cool.
Life and death. And of course, light and dark.
Dang.
Then from the dark they came.
Welcome, Human Arrow.
Found the souls of lords.
Welcome, welcome. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all doing well on this Saturday morning, so to speak. I haven't been here in a long time. Well, a couple of weeks, I think.
The first of the dead. The Witch of Izalith.
Is it just me, or does the cutscene seem a little bit choppy?
Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight.
That might just be me being like snobbed out and not used to like 30 FPS anymore.
And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten.
It always gives me like Gollum vibes with the ring.
With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins.
I always like it how you can see the
Weaved great
ridiculous
fires.
compression on this. I don't know why this is still a thing in the remaster. Like storage should totally not be a problem in this. For that one cutscene.
And seeth
but it's compressed to shit.
And the dragons were no more.
Meow.
Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon
The intro lost the original video file. You know what's the sad thing? This might be what happened. Maybe not an intern, but maybe they just never bothered really saving the OG file.
Even now,
Considering that they never even thought that Dark Souls would be a game that
a man
a Western
sees
audience enjoys as well.
but only endless nights.
Even less being as successful as it is.
The living are seen carriers of the accursed dark sign.
Also, like, they never even planned a PC port to begin with, right? So basically, whatever is on the disc version of like PS3 and Xbox 360 is what they had, and that's what they planned, and nothing else was like planned at all.
Yes, indeed.
Indeedy.
The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north.
I think I've watched this little cutscene even less than the opening cutscene.
To await the end of the world.
It's so slow. I like the pacing though. Well, that it is slow. I kind of like that.
This is your fate.
Seems like Larry Trotter got a nicer room than Harry Potter. A bigger room, that's for sure. Yay. Thank you. All right. Now we're starting. Now, without any further ado, let's fetch. We are gonna get rid of most of my shit. Why does it run so slow? Oh no, do I have a performance issue? There is motion blur, right? Hold on. Man. I can play this in 240 Hertz? I want to give it a shot. I'm so sorry. Okay, yeah, this is much better. Alright. Now we can actually go for it. I don't know if I just keep armor on for the swag or if I don't do that. We'll see. As long as I can like fast roll would be good. Thought you were playing the Switch version until now. Yeah, I don't know. The motion blur is so bad in Dark Souls 1. It's crazy. Like, I think a lot of games do this, right? Where you have like different intensities, which I think is like much better than just having an on and off slider. Because no one will ever turn it on unless they're like psychopaths. Alright. Bloop.
Regrettably. What? Oh, oh. No,
Thank you. So we don't have a way to fight back just yet. Now we have one. Need to equip it though. Aha! So that's gonna be the thing for this one. We are casting shit. It feels so weird doing this on basic enemies like that though. But that's the plan. Look at this. It's wonderful. Not even sure how far this guy reaches. I'm just gonna roll anyway. Yeah. Whoop. There goes the second boss after character creation. Here we go.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords.
So I mentioned it a little bit. My throat is kind of sorry for that. I haven't played this game in so long. Shit. Wait, hold on. Alright. I haven't played this game in so long. There's one specific section where I'm like, well, we'll see how that goes. Which is the Tomb of Giants. Like, that's gonna be an experience going through that. Yeah. In terms of character, we want to get Vitality up a little bit. We want to get Attunement at least to level 16, because that's another slot. Maybe higher than that. Endurance maybe also a little bit. But for the most part, Intelligence is where it's at. So I think I'm just gonna pump some numbers in there. I don't think we can afford a spell as it is, so we're just gonna do that for now. Also, I think I wanna get rid of some stuff. I don't feel Sorcerer enough. I think this is better, right? Whoops. Now that I think about it, do I want to go the Taurus Demon? Probably do. Somewhat. Or do I go from the other direction? Maybe I go from the other direction. We'll see. Can I dual wield this? Can. I can even block. Or like a punch. How about we dual wield this? So, wait, where is he? This guy took like 20 playthroughs until I even figured out this guy exists.
This is only a more well. Rick was once can.
Yeah.
Although I'll
You have some spells, right? Heavy soul arrow. Okay.
come back soon.
Okay. So no need for that just yet. Okay. The master key, we can just go with this. Okay. The soul. Okay, so this is very much a comfy game for me, right? So I should be able to like focus a little bit on talking about other topics as well, at least more so than usual. And the big thing in the room, oh, this is a mistake, is the Nintendo Direct. And the, well, existence of the Switch 2 and the backlash that Nintendo is getting. And honestly, it's, let's say, exciting to the point where I'm like considering doing a video actually. Never done anything like that. But I don't know, it kind of feels like this would be the time to try it out. That makes sense. But I'm also not entirely sure about it. I guess I'll just talk about it a little bit in my stream here. And see. I like money. Nintendo. Of course Nintendo likes money. This is like... Okay. Let me preface this. I think people in general get a little bit of the wrong idea about what a company does and doesn't do. Like, a company's goal will always be making money. So they will try making money. Whatever it takes, right? This is kind of what they do. So I don't really see how people are that surprised about it. Like, Nintendo is not gonna be... doing this guy with Sorcery is like a little bit shit. So Nintendo is not gonna be like... Okay. Did I rest at the bonfire? I didn't, right? Oh boy. Now it's starting. Okay. Let me actually finish the sentence. Nintendo is like not gonna be like a friend who is just, you know, gifting you things. Like, that's one of the misconceptions. But yeah, I think my experience with the Direct and all of that was pretty similar to what most people experienced. Which is, I really liked what I saw in the Direct itself. But I got like a little bit stopped in my tracks when I saw the prices. And I was a little bit confused because they didn't show any prices in the Direct itself. I'm not confused anymore because, of course, they don't really want to talk about that because they knew it was gonna be bad. I don't think they knew it was that bad. And thinking how it might actually turn out to be even worse for peeps in the States because of the terrorist situation. We are in for a wild ride. I think this is not the end of the story just yet. That said, I thought the Direct itself was fantastic. Like, there was some genuinely shocking stuff. Spoilers for the entire show if you haven't seen any of that, or if you don't give a shit, then you don't give a shit anyway. Like the FromSoft reveal, I went crazy. Like, this is something I've never even considered considering. You know what I mean? A FromSoft exclusive for a Nintendo platform, with Miyazaki being behind it as well. That's it's absolutely nuts. Now, we don't know a lot about the game yet, so I would be skeptical, but still, I'm a FromSoft fan. Very much optimistic. That's my 2 cents there. Might as well pump it to 20, right? But we have yet to see how that game actually plays out and all of that. But yeah, the pricing situation. Now, personally, considering what the Switch 2, seems to be capable of, and compared to like, let's just say similar PC handhelds, Steam Deck and stuff, I think the console price itself is totally fine, actually. Like, that's mostly in line what I expected. Although, not gonna lie, it seems to be quite a bit more powerful than I thought. So, that's cool. Console price itself, it's more expensive than the Switch 1. But considering, like, let's just say the financial situation all around, it's not surprising that it's more expensive, I think. It's fine. It's not great either. I'm gonna agree on that. Like, personally, my wishful thinking price was like $400. 400 to 450 or something. But I guess they did end up, wanting to have it a little bit more powerful. Like, for instance, I still not super sold about the 1080p 120Hz screen it has. Like, I'm not super sure if that's a thing that's super useful, actually. But here we are. Like, if you ask me, I think like a regular HD 60Hz screen would have been fine. And then, I don't know, drop the price a little bit. But, well, that's what they decided on. And to be fair, I don't know if, well, you never quite know if Nintendo is listening to anyone outside their bubble. But a lot of fans were like, screaming for a 1080p screen, right? So I don't think that's, well, I don't think that's perceived to be a bad thing. That's what I'm saying. Personally, I was still not expecting it. I saw the leaks, but I didn't buy it. But I think most people are kind of happy about that. So, I guess that's one thing. What else can I say on the fly? Game prices. Yeah, that's the big elephant in the room, right? Console price, okay. Accessories, I would say okay, actually. The controller seems a little bit expensive. Considering it's basically the regular Pro controller. It looks like the regular Pro controller. I don't know if they have some higher quality sticks or something, some Hall effect sticks or something. They haven't really talked about that, and I don't think we know just yet. Other than that, it's still fine, right? A PS5 controller is pretty expensive as well. So that's not too crazy, I'd say. Oh yeah, welcome Monoristi. Haven't seen you in a while as well, because I'm never online. Sex, man. Does this work? It works! I'm the sex man! Whoa! Okay. So, accessory prices, I think, yeah, it's still okay, but okay, game prices. I feel like I'm dodging because Not because I want to not talk about it, but because I think I will rant over it forever. Yeah, it's a big jump forward. Like, I'm not a super Monster Hunter fan, for instance, but I do like Monster Hunter, and I still kind of refuse to buy Monster Hunter Wilds because I don't want to spend 70 bucks on it. Like, that's one example I can give. I'm thinking, what am I doing just now, actually? What is my plan? I need to get to the merchant. That's the plan, I think. Have I ever gone this way? I'm just going completely backwards. I don't think I've ever done that. That's so weird. I'm in for it. Alright. Sorry about that. Sometimes I need to think a little bit what I'm doing. That's just how it goes. I could have just jumped down here, right? The boar is gonna like wreck my ass. But this is so dumb what I'm doing. What? Was that even an attack? Okay. Ah, I think this is a bad idea. Okay, the door closed as well. Yeah, maybe I just go the regular way. I think it's still better. Yeah, much better. No! No! Okay. No! Alright. Okay. Talking. I kind of refuse to buy Monster Hunter Wilds for the 70 bucks. I will eventually grab it on sale. But I don't know, 70 bucks is already steep. There's a difference though, I would say. Not a good difference, but there is a difference between Nintendo titles and regular titles. I can expect Monster Hunter to be on sale eventually. I cannot really expect the same thing for Nintendo things, at least not to that degree. So that is bad, right? That is actually one of the reasons why I am personally paying full price for Nintendo titles usually, because I'm like, yeah, whatever, this never goes on sale anyway. And I'm still very much hesitant on non-Nintendo games. So if Nintendo games are just plain getting more expensive now, it's all because of that. Yeah, I'm just gonna spend more money for games, I guess. Which is not really something I wanted to do. This is not a 1000, is it? Oh, it is. Okay.
Well now.
Twitch blocking. Look at my message for game distance, but fine with sex. Yeah, that's just Twitch, you know. All about their sex. We need this guy. Okay.
Thank you.
Now that we have that, you know what? I'm just gonna do something based and kill myself. Look at this. Steep price. Not really any explanation yet why the prices are like that. To be fair, Mario Kart with the Switch bundle in Europe is like 40 euros more. Like 40 euros that you effectively play from Mario Kart. So that's not too bad, I would say. But having like 70, I think 70, 80 euros for a physical game is a tough pill to swallow. Like that's still 10 bucks above the competition. And I'm not fine with the competition either, so this is just bad news all over the place. To me, it seems like they really want to push digital, right? Having like the price difference, having the having the game cases look that fucking ugly. I think they really want to push for digital only, which has been like a thing for a while now. Mario Kart 90 euros is crazy. Like the standalone version that is. That is just nuts. So this is bad. Okay, wait. I just realized something. If I go to the boss now, I don't think I have like enough soul arrows to do it, but we'll see. I can't waste that many soul arrows for this. Thank you for letting me through. I guess we'll just find out. And I'm just gonna be... I don't know. I don't know what they'll be doing if it's not enough. We'll see. 90 bucks is a very tough pill to swallow. Might just be that they want to push the bundle even further as well. Which, yeah, I think most people want to get anyway, but if you can't, it's just bad. All things considered, I'm gonna admit, I totally pre-ordered with Mario Kart. But I'm not super happy about the pricing situation. But I think I'm like too big of a Nintendo fanboy to like miss out, I guess. I was still thinking maybe I'd wait for the pre-order, but then I saw it go live and I'm like, I'm genuinely not super sure if I, you know, I really don't want to have like a PS5 situation where I'm not able to buy the console for like 2 years straight. Like, I can handle maybe a couple weeks, a couple of months and all of that. But I don't want to wait that long for my Nintendo consoles, is what I'm saying. So I ended up just pre-ordering. Also, I don't know. I'm not sure my pre-order goes through anyway. That's one of my fears as well. Both firing away, eh? Oh. Oh shit. Oh, thank God. Ouch. How about I hit my soul arrows from now, because otherwise we have a little bit of a situation. Alright, 3 left, easy. Everett's got the gargoyle helm too, which is pretty cool. I will ring the bell. Be cool with that. Twitch, there are no mods here, check Mao. Wait, are you writing stuff that it's not like TOS friendly? I'm not seeing it if that's the case. Why are you writing stuff that Twitch blocks? That might also be a thing. I don't know. Since I'm using like Restream, I'm not entirely sure what happens in my chat. not gonna lie. Like stuff just is there or is not there. Oh wait, I don't even have that equipped. What a fool I am. How about this? Flagging your regular messages is bad. Okay. Yeah, that's because we're criticizing Nintendo here. You can't do that. Are you crazy? Firekeeper, we need to do this as well. Hello. Do we do this? I think we do this. Can I? Wait, can I not kick? I don't think I can kick. Wait, let me quickly try if I can just kick with a dagger. Or am I just stupid? Oh wait, no, I totally can, but only with a dagger. I guess legally speaking, this is not really something I would allow in this playthrough, right? I guess we are not killing this guy. Or do I try it with the soul arrow? He will screw me over, I think. Going to try. Damn. All right. Yeah, guess I'm part of the problem pre-ordering a Switch too. But realistically speaking, and I've already, like, of course I'm doing that as well, right? Realistically speaking, if game prices stay the way they are, if they stay the way they are, then I'm just gonna, you know, evaluate if I want the game more so than I already did, right? So that means I would just buy less games, personally. And I think it's pretty similar to like everyone. No matter if they buy the console or if they boycott the console, whatever. So that's just gonna be a minimum thing that I'm personally, you know, expecting to do. And it's, well, basically it's up to Nintendo to decide if they want to have that or if they want to lower prices for games again. We also, to be completely fair, as you're saying, Peanut Dummy, Amazon France lists Mario Kart World at 69 euros. I'm just gonna trust you on that, right? But I think it's not unlikely that in the free market and outside of like the pre-order realm and the Nintendo store, things are gonna be cheaper anyway. Like, at least from my experience, that's been very much the case ever since. Like a Switch game that is announced for like 60 bucks will rarely cost 60 bucks. It's gonna be like 55 at most, maybe even 50. Like I bought a lot of Switch games that are supposed to be full price for less than that, and I bought them sometimes quite early as well, or even at launch. So what Nintendo says, they will be priced that might not be what the customer pays for in the long run. So I would be a little bit more cautious about that as well. So as we are not yet in a digital only future, I think this is still very much a good thing. But we'll see. Okay. I am thinking I still need to do Taurus Demon, right? Not necessarily, but I want to. Do I just keep my souls? I think it's a bad idea, probably. I'll still do it, I think. But I'm just running around all over the place. No, wait, I have a different idea. Yeah, that's probably a better path. I'm going over the blacksmith. If you're interested, I can recommend a game that's fun and totally free. You are hitting me with that Osu, right? You're definitely hitting me with Osu. I mean, there are a lot of fun games that are free. For sure. The game I easily played the most hours, or spent the most hours on is free. Being Dota 2, Electric Boogaloo. But yeah, I think it just, you know, not that it's never been the case anyway, but let's be real here. Like, you're buying a Switch 2 for those Nintendo games, right? And people who are not super hyper duper into Nintendo will end up like not getting it. That's one option. Or if they want like a handheld or something, then they might already have a Steam Deck anyway. Or something like that. In a way, we have way more options now on the market than we had like... Honestly, I dare to say like ever. Right? Like there's a lot of PC handhelds. Steam Deck being one of them and probably like the most thought out, to be completely fair. We have the console big players, so to speak. Yeah, we just have a lot of options. And I personally use my Switch mostly for Nintendo games and playing on the go as well. Like there's some, mostly like indie games or something that I also like playing on the Switch. Basically whatever I feel like I want to play on the go as well. Or some of my absolute favorites, like Dark Souls for instance, I double dipped, triple dipped even. But I have this on the Switch too. Just because I want to be able to play it on the go as well. But for the most part, it's about the Nintendo games for me. Which is one of the reasons why I did consider a Steam Deck as well. But in the end, I don't think I play Steam games. Or I don't think I want to be able to play Steam games for the most part as much as I want to play Nintendo games on the go. So I don't think that's, for me, worth it. But for other people, it very much is. Okay, how do I go about this now? Ah, there, well, there he is. I don't think I'm doing you, actually. I don't think I have enough soul arrows to do it. Also, I'm not heavy anyway, so no need for the ring either. What is interesting though, a lot of, like, not a lot of people, but I've heard people compare the Switch 2 situation to the Wii U situation. Which is a little bit, you know, unfair. Like, I think general... Wait, why do you follow that high up? That's new. I'm just gonna, you know... Hope you don't punch through the fucking walk gate. Okay. Like, the Wii U had more problems than the price. And I think most people agree on this, that what they actually showed of the Switch 2 was absolutely fantastic. So it basically, most things, or let's just say, for the hell of it, everything looks great, but the price. But the Wii U, it was like, everything is meh, especially the price. But there was not really anything that looked particularly super exciting for the Wii U back in the day. I am also one of the 10 people on this planet who actually have a Wii U. So I don't know what to say. maybe switch a little bit here. Whoop. There we go. So, the reason doing that and reason for keeping my souls is we kind of need to do that to unlock one of the spell merchants. And I kind of want to unlock that guy for spending my souls elsewhere. Also taking the opportunity to talk to the man, the myth, the legend himself. The lair. Yes. Yes. Okay. That's it, right? Okay. Shit! I don't have the basement key. I always forget that you get it as a... You don't get it as a drop, but you get it by picking it up. Shit, I'm so stupid. Alright, let me think how I go about this. But I think we're still going through... Oh, damn. You know what? I don't need that many home bones anyway. Oh, man. This is when you don't plan out what you're doing in this game. You're just figuring things out again. And if you haven't played it for that long. I always forget that it's not a drop. Oh man, it's not a one shot. Yeah, you know what? Screw that. We are running. We are running. Zooming even. Hello. Which one is it? Should be this one, right? Yes. Okay, now we can go back again. Ah, that sucks. I just had to do it, didn't I? I think it's probably pretty important though. Because as things stand, I think my damage is gonna be problematic. Looking at Quailar, for instance. I'm also not sure if I can equip another pair of soul arrows, so I have more paths available. I'm not sure if that's how it works. I think it does, but it might also say that I already have this one equipped and something like that. So I guess I'm just trying it out. Probably. Well, what's more, I'm excited for Mario Kart World. It's it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty good as well. I'm gonna say what is a little bit on the wait and see side. The tracks look to be pretty wide, which makes sense because there's 24 drivers. But at the same time, it looks not as exciting when you're like front running. So I don't know. We'll just have to see how that goes. there's a lot of more, like there's a lot more tech in the game, as in like the wall driving, the grinding on the rails and stuff. Like all of that is like tech that I guess you need to use a lot of, or you can use a lot of, which will be, yeah, again, a little bit more exciting when front running. But it's just something that we have to see for ourselves, I guess. Now we can go to the basement. It's kind of funny that to enter the basement, you're kind of like at the highest, oh well, a pretty high location of the game. Or like this area. That's how it goes. That's Dark Souls. What I'm also very excited about, and I think it's a little bit of a brave thing. How do I... Okay. Having like the 3D Donkey Kong game instead of a 3D Mario game. And from the looks of it, I feel like very much so. It's made by the Odyssey people. So I don't think we're getting a 3D Mario in the foreseeable future. Because if they worked on this, then they can't really work on anything else. Oh, that's a little bit of a brave move. But I appreciate it, you know. I think it looks bananas. I'm dead. Shit. Shit. Yeah, dogs are a problem. If I can't hit them with my soul arrows. Oh boy. How do we go about this now? You know what? I think best course of action is still going the same way that we just went. Did unlock one shortcut, but I think going there is probably slower than just going this way again. Alright. It is, not gonna lie, I think it's pretty similar. No, it's actually not too similar. Not being able to use melee weapons, like at all, kind of screws you over in those situations. Like also, I could fight off some enemies, right? But for the most part, especially when I'm like running for a boss, I kind of can't afford that just yet. Because I simply don't have the soul arrows to spare. And when you're doing like a bow only run or something, you have enough arrows, right? That's not gonna be the problem. Like they are not that expensive. Just something to note. And for some enemies like the dogs, for instance, magic really isn't really good at all. And having that low HP and like barely any armor whatsoever on. Well, okay, armor doesn't really matter that much anyway, but it's a little bit iffy. Gonna say that. But I don't even want to do a lot there. I just want to free Griggs. Although I'm not super sure if I progress long enough, if he will probably just come to Firelink anyway. But I have some souls right now, and I think I also need some new cast, like some new spells right now. Or progressing will be a little bit difficult. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, what also sucks about Donkey Kong is the price, of course. But... well, we'll see about that. At least, yeah, I have one shot. If I can hit them, that is. Probably like... dodge, like one attack and then... miss. Twice. There we go. That's where I came from. Of course. Alright, there we go. Getting that. But you don't sell anything here, right?
Besides,
Yeah. Important task at hand. The usual. Now do I actually want to risk running the shortcut or do I just TP back? You know what, I just TP back. Let's just TP back. I have a lot of souls with me. Otherwise I would be fine, but... kinda don't want to lose them. And then I would have to run back, so... I don't know. Okay. Now, let's check out what Griggs has in stock. Thinking of trying out if I can pick up like more soul arrows. Just use those additionally. I have like 60 uses. What I'm also not sure about, if upgrading my catalyst actually does something. Not that I have anything to upgrade with. But I'm genuinely not sure about. Maybe we'll try it out. Where's Griggs usually? Here? Yeah.
oh hello. I regret me at least insert your
Yes. Okay, yeah, that's just 1,000, so I can easily afford that. Something like that.
Right. That'll do.
Can I? Oh yeah, that brings the users to 60. Okay, that's good. Guess we'll level up attunement once. A little bit more health. More int. Something like that. I just carry like all the soul arrows. So this should give me plenty of arrows to shoot at, you know, pretty much whatever I want. Now the different question is, does upgrading my catalyst do anything? Which I am not sure about. Can we try that? Maybe. Maybe not. Or maybe I'm just upgrading. Not too sure. Not too sure. Anyway, next in line is trying to kill this guy. Maybe not like this. just totally jumped off. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it and reload into the game. No need to kick him, I guess. Now, I'm not sure if I want to use different rings. Or if this is like still good in this. I'm just gonna equip it. Can't go wrong with that, can you? Wait, that's fine. I hope it's fine. Actually, wait, I have a level up too. I think. Probably. I'm not sure if I do the Blight Town jump. If I need full health for that or not. I probably do. I probably want to be naked doing that as well. So... let's go for this. Okay. Oh yeah. Probably one more thing, talking about the entire pricing situation, right? Honestly, it would already be bad if it were only for Nintendo, right? But what is really bad are the implications for the rest of the industry. Like, it's already been, let's just say very likely that GTA 6 is gonna, like, set a new standard for what a game can cost, right? But now with Nintendo asking for that much money per game, it is not only highly likely, it's pretty much it's gonna happen, right? Like, if they can charge that much and they you know, still sell the crazy numbers that they do, especially looking at Mario Kart, I'm pretty sure people will like... Is it this one or is it this one? I think it's this one. But I screwed it up. I haven't done this in so long. I might need a couple of tries. Bear with me. But that's good. It just gets me to talk about things again. So I'm not looking forward to other publishers starting to charge even more. Well, I personally am still not happy with the $70. Like, I absolutely, like, I never buy a full price PC game, basically. Almost never. I have like one exception that I buy full price and don't wait for a sale, and this is one of them. FromSoft games or Souls-likes or something. This is like the one exception I have. Like, again, not super crazy about Monster Hunter, but crazy enough where I kind of want to pick up Wilds, but it's still not, you know, I still don't feel like dropping $70 on it. And that's just one exception. And I think, in general, if you don't have performance problems, I think that's a thing in Wilds, if I'm correct now. It's supposed to be really good, right? So game quality or something is not... Wait, is it this one? That's about this one. Oh no, this is absolutely not it. Okay, it's the second one. Now I know that for sure. And I honestly, I think it's not fair to blame Nintendo single-handedly on this. Like, this is one thing that's been pushed by not only the other console manufacturers, but let's be completely real, this is the entire shtick about Steam as a platform as well. Digital-only games. Like, if games are only available digitally, then that erases a lot of free market pricing in a way. Like there's been a lot of occasions where that I can recall where there's like a $60 game on Steam, like a full price title, and it may or may not go on sale for like $40 or something, or maybe 35 even, that I could just pick up at any given time at a local store for like $20. Right? That's just been a thing. The problem is with being like digital only, basically, at this point, for a lot of situations. Ah, there we go. This has just become, well, it's just not a thing anymore. Like, I need to wait on a Steam sale to buy something cheaper, and even then I don't think games go on sale that crazy anymore that they used to. Like if you buy a AAA game from let's just say a little while ago, right? It would totally be possible to like buy this for like $10 or so on Steam, maybe even less in some cases. And nowadays it's like 35 or something, if you're lucky, on sale. For full price titles, that is. That's not as crazy as it used to be. And that is, I think, just the nature of it. And no one is innocent when it comes to that. And I'm pretty sure that local game stores, chains and stuff are also not super happy about that. Like I'm pretty sure they are not too happy about that development either. And that is one of the crazier things to me, how people are putting that as a negative. Like Nintendo has like announced game cartridges that are like key, but it's still like a digital game. Like you still have to download the entire thing, which sounds bad if that is always the case, which is not, and that's the big difference. I think that just makes it possible for you to resell digital games in a similar way that you would sell normal games. It's still bad for game preservation and stuff like that, but I think it's way better than just having a download code in the box. Because the download code you can't resell. The cartridge you can. But at the same time, then you still have... I'm still naked, by the way. I just realized, oh shit. And I'm bad at the video game. What's the damage is okay. Man, have I not done this guy in the normal way since, I don't know, man. Get a little distance in. Oh shit, that hits. I'm so dead. I'm not dead. Oh shit. Ah! Would be nice if I had summoned you know, Mildred. But I forgot, well, I didn't forget becoming human, but I don't want to walk back, so just gonna do it like this. Okay. So that happened. Never mind the walk back thing. Maybe we just walk back. Maybe we just do that. No, actually, I can't just summon someone, right? It's also kind of against the law. Then the question is, do I still rest? Maybe I do. Maybe I still rest on there. Just so I don't have to do the light on jump all the time. It's great practice, but it's a little bit annoying. Anyway, yeah, the downloads, the cartridge key things, where it's essentially a download-only game anyway, or digital game. People are kind of assuming or thinking that that will be like a standard. But let's be completely real, it's already been a standard for the most part anyway, because the cartridges are just, you know, expensive. Like, not for first-party Nintendo games, but for like third-party ones. Like, that's not a new thing anyway. Ah, shit. Maybe the trend goes even more into the digital direction. Because there's simply not a much incentive to do it in a different way. That is hugely reliant on Nintendo, I would say. Like, how they push that. But apparently, for instance, Elden Ring for Switch will be on a cartridge. The entirety of it. So that is, I would say, a light in that specific tunnel. So yeah, maybe it's gonna be similar to how it is now, with the difference being that you could actually resell digital games that way. Though, what does get cucked by that, you know, it's kind of convenient just being able to boot up digital games, not having to swap the cartridge. And you still need the cartridge now for the digital games that this applies to. That's a double-edged sword. Nailed it. Shit. Almost killed myself. Gotta do something that's a little based. Eat that to help. Because I need one anyway. No, wait, I don't need one. Shit. I said I'd do it without Mildred. My bad. But we are resting for safety. Then I unfortunately need to walk back up, which is a little bit of a shame. But I think this still works. This is all right. Wonderful. What surprises me still, apparently the game file sizes are not leaked. I think that they could be seen on the Japanese eShop or something. And I'm not gonna lie, it never ceases to amaze me how small Nintendo can get their games. Like, across the board, it seems like similar games, as in like Mario Odyssey compared to like Donkey Kong Bonanza, they seem to be like twice the file size that they used to be. So think Odyssey was like around 6 gigabytes and Donkey Kong is gonna be around like 12 gigabytes. And Mario Kart World is like 20 something gigabytes or something. Which is just by today's standard pretty small, right? Like that is something I cannot complain about. And that is great news if you want to buy digital games because of various reasons. Okay, your ass hit me. And I'm just... Maybe I just do it normally. Oops. Well. No! I didn't... Shit, I didn't want to roll in that direction. That's the weird Dark Souls rolling. If you have played Dark Souls, you know what I mean. Like Dark Souls actually only allows to roll in like 4 directions. And sometimes that's like a weird thing where you want to roll in like one direction and somehow you roll into a completely different one. Which is one of the reasons why iframes is so important in Dark Souls. Doesn't really help against Quelaag though, because most of her attacks linger for too long. So here's positioning key. Oh, welcome Quarkboard, welcome. I hope you're doing well. Haven't been here in a well, for a few weeks. New spaceship looks fancy. Yeah, don't worry about the backdrop too much. It's still very much work in progress, especially like this room. Like the black thingy that's standing here that should not even be in the flat. Like this is from our landlord, and he is supposed to pick it up like eventually. I don't know. So this should not even be here. But yeah, it's just a bunch of stuff, you know, slapped on there for now that doesn't really have a place yet from like the moving and furniture shenanigans. You know, that kind of thing. I totally didn't manage to grab it up. That's okay. Side speed. Oh god, I didn't see that. Zip. God. Oh! Okay, damage on this is much better. But cast time is pretty long. But I gotta be a little bit more careful about them. One more. Let's go for it. Whoop. All right. Phew. You know, as things stand, not super easy with sorcery. Actually, with the summon it would be much easier. Like damage is great. Like Quaylake usually doesn't really take damage because that's cringe or so. Or so I've heard. It checks out. So what I want to do now, since I rested anyway, how about I do this? We wait for like 10 minutes. I just want to have this activated, I'm not gonna lie. I may want to buy a spell or two, but we will get a decent amount of souls in a bit anyway. So how about we do this? A little bit of endurance, vitality, maybe endurance as well. Get it to 10 at least, just for it to look good. Because I want to do Caesar's Discharge immediately. Just gonna do the... not pretty cheese, I'd say. It's more like a... Well, it is pretty cheesy. But it's intended, so... I'm fine with that. No idea how they let the name Caesar's Discharge slide. But here we are. I hope it actually works with sorcery. Not too sure about it. You know what also would be funny for the Switch 2? A 3DS situation where they end up dropping the price. But Nintendo usually really doesn't like price drops. So I wouldn't count on it. How did this work? If I'm correct, then I should like pick this up, dodge like one attack and then just run. And I kind of want to be full health when I do that. Oh, that's the attack I don't want you to do. Now we just run. That one attack is actually iffy to dodge, first and foremost, and will not kill me, I think, but it will deal still substantial damage, and I still need my full health bar, because this might still hit me at least. I'm trying to block it with my wand, I think. Oh, this might hit me, it doesn't have to, but it could. that we're fine. Now we hit it a couple of times. We'll hope that this actually works. Oh yeah, there we go. Cool. Lava is getting drained. Got my souls. I'm just gonna teleport. Because I can. You know. Getting some souls for that. I'm just gonna keep them for the time being. I hope I don't die getting back up. Oh yeah, wait, I got a sick new armor set that I also want to get because it fits the vibe quite well, I think. Or does it? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe the sorcerer boots and stuff is still better. Passion souls, you know. Then I'll try to make my way back again. All in all though, and no matter what you really think, you know, a console launch or like even the window before a console launch is always exciting. Like, it doesn't happen all that often, right? No matter how you look at it. So just that and experiencing that in of itself is kinda nice, I think. It's always so exciting figuring new things out. Then even if you don't buy the console, just maybe trying it out at a local store or something like that should be quite exciting for everyone who is remotely interested in gaming. Maybe not as much when it comes to a new Xbox, because not even the controller is really changing. But then I'm roasting Xbox. Actually, like, one of the big things is controller, I think, if you try out a new console. Like, graphics, sure, but I mean, if you're on PC as well, they kind of evolve more, like, less in steps, but just more continuous anyway. So, I don't know. But having a new controller is always exciting. Like, the dual sense of the PS5 for sure is exciting. But yeah, Microsoft was like, yep, this is our controller. This is it. We peaked. Fair enough though. The one controller is pretty great. Let's kill that. This should be the key, right? Yay! That we didn't need because we have the master key. And we are basically back up. Get past some barbarians. There we go. That is the wrong direction. That is also the wrong direction. Fantastic. Now I can head back up. You know what? Or- Whoa! That was close. Right, I always put it back because of the blights. Platon jump. All right. Good. Let's buy some shit.
Oh, hello. Myself.
Hello. Now we have a couple of options here. We could also go buy this guy. 20k, which is pretty expensive, but I mean I have it on hand right now. In terms of offense, I mean there's the Great Heavy Soul Arrow. Which would be very nice. But I think what we have right now is kind of sufficient in that regard, so I'm just gonna buy this.
All right. May we?
That boosts our damage significantly. I might just use some souls though. Maybe I'm getting somewhere with that. Can also use Quaylog Soul. I think I need it for anything else. And yeah, whatever. Just use it. And then I can actually afford the bell as well. The other stuff I kind of want to pick up as well.
All right.
You know, just go for that 100% in a way. Let's get this. Endurance, and now I'm thinking maybe I want to check out upgrading my catalyst. I think we'll do that. More souls would have been handy, now that I think about it. It's gonna be fine. Fits well though, because I mean, need to go here anyway. Didn't kill this guy. Yeah. One shot. 180, okay. I'm just checking the damage on that guy. Can't really do it on the one shots. Let's remember 180. And see if upgrading makes a difference. Why Google it if you can be cool and figure it out for yourself. The only thing I'm really saving is like money anyway. Oh wait, can you just not upgrade them? Okay, so I guess that's my answer though. So, okay, never mind then. I guess we don't need to check anything. I want to kill it. Yeah, let's kill this guy. This point should be pretty easy. Pretty sure he still one taps me though. There we go. Good. Now, before we head into the fun, right? The fun. I want to check out if I still have a level up to do. I have. More ints. And I want to take a short PP break. That's right. Then we go into Sans Funhouse and Anno Londo. That's I don't know. That's probably how far I want to go today, but we'll see. We'll see how fast I am doing all of this. So, everyone, thanks for stopping by already. Taking a short break. Grab some snacks. Also go for the PP speedrun and all of that good shit. Be right back. Wait, where is it there? No, wait, that's not it at all. Shit. Man, I'm messing up my hotkey. It's all in a different... I accidentally hit that. Okay, now I'm... Be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between, I am back. I hope you had a great break. Now I'm here to make your life worse again. So, I think we just directly go into the funhouse, right? Let's see if I can still do it. There's gonna be like one situation where I would usually just punch someone, which is like my favorite situation in the entire game. And there's one spot where I would ideally like a shield. But we'll see. Spot being here. Yeah, because of that. Yeah, okay, that sucks. Ah, the knockback is a little bit harsh. A little bit harsh on the blocking with the wand catalyst. That's to be expected. Was a little bit unfortunate. You can luck out and it just hits the axis and you won't really need to think about anything. But in this case we absolutely didn't luck out. Guy behind me was still like hitting me as well. So that's even worse. Let me just do this. Okay, might as well. Bloop. We need to eventually go back there to get Logan. This. Have a sip. Now how did it work? I'm just gonna yeet one in every direction, I think, and then it should be fine. Right. That's where it used to be. Now, I'm not super sure which key I need to free Logan. So this is gonna be a little bit of a trial and error situation. It might actually be that you can free him with the master key. But I am not sure about that. Probably swap my arrows. Actually, do that. Arrow there. There's Logan. Oh yeah, I can just do it with the mouse brigade. That's awesome. Alright. So he will go to file link. No idea what key you need. Might be that you need to buy it from... No idea how it was called. The... Was it Tarkus? No, Tarkus is just a summon. Oh. Why are you here? Okay. I should have not done it. The guy before the Iron Golem. The merchant. Okay. It's still spinning around. That was happening. I'll take it. But now we should be basically done with Sense Fortress. There is the spot where I would usually punch this guy. And then just run past, which is super funny to me. This was so stupid. Okay, we are not basically done with Sense Fortress. Okay, let's just do it again then. I believed, but I was totally not thinking that would be good enough. Okay. Sense Fortress still is like my favorite area in the game. It's crazy. Like, if you play through this as like a beginner or for like first time, this is a nightmare to go through, right? But eventually you're just kind of hustling through it, and it's like the funniest shit. Like, that is some seriously peak game design that it works like that. Where it's like such a big difference between if you know what you're doing or if you don't know what you're doing. Is not on this? Okay, apparently not. Already here, right? No? And that's where it's kind of weird. Alright. That's that. Yeah. Everything explodes. That's just how it goes. We will just, you know, level more in int. Ideally, we want to have like 50 int by the end of the run, but I don't know if it's worth sacrificing like all the other stats to that degree. Is really worth it. So we'll see about that. Think we need anything from the merge guy. Oh, we just hustle and bustle. There's the shortcut that we can unlock somehow. But I don't remember how. Probably need to buy a key like somewhere. As it always goes. Do we kill the guy? Maybe. Those. You know, just to be a little bit safer. Not super sure how the fight will turn out in with magic only. To be completely honest. I think we have enough soul arrows to spare at this point. As well, maybe use the great heavies. Then move to the great if it's still necessary. This guy does, in theory, have ranged attacks, right? We just do this, walk back menacingly, we maybe switch directions and do the same thing again. Ah, great heavies were enough. Very nice. Very nice. Then we go to Anolondo. Gonna be some problematic sections there. We'll see what we can do. Awesome. Ah. Anolondo it is. The legend of Larry Trotter continues. Got a lot of souls as well for the boss. We will be using in a second. Actually, it would have been not the dumbest idea to... Actually, no. Going back would take a long time just to get the spells from Logan. I think we'll just level here. And the souls we get from ONS we will use to buy some stuff. Yeah. Already potentially at 40, but I think I want to have a little bit more health for this. Need to be able to tank like a hit. Now we go. As it often is in runs like this, I feel like it starts off being a little bit more challenging. Because you're still in the process of like collecting your stuff. Yeah, I guess it's like that for a regular playthrough as well. Depending on the difficulty curve. But in general, I would say I think a run like this gets a fair bit more manageable as it goes on. I can't hit those for shit. No, whatever. Just leave him be. That's how it is. Now, literally fighting off the KKK. We do those with regular soul arrows, but I think we switch to... Actually, let me try out. Is this one shot? Perfect, it does. Because this beam section is like... Phew, something else. I kinda hate it. That's one of the sections that I'm a little bit concerned about when I eventually play this game with my dance pad. I'm pretty sure this will be awful. In all the bad ways. Even now, without a shield, it's very iffy. Yeah, go for this. Heal up. And just continue. Oh shit, that was close. Yeah, we are glass cannons, right? Well, we are a glass cannon. Dealing a decent amount of damage, but we can't tank a hit. We spin to win. Please. Hit. Thank you. The halberd. Okay. And might as well do this guy as well. Just cause. Okay. Now comes the next interesting section with the famous archers. So we're gonna go for great soul arrows again. This is gonna actually be very difficult without a shield. I just realized. Because usually you kinda want to parry them. And you really don't have space to do dodging. Might get hit in the back here. It seems they are lucky. Might get hit in the back here as well. No, we're lucky. Dropped. No! Wait, what? How? Okay, two questions. How did that arrow hit me mid-dodge? And how did my soul arrow not hit the guy? Alright, I accept. That seemed to be very odd. I thought I had it. I thought I had it. Oh. This being the famous Arno Londo archers. But I think what I should try to do is still like dodge an arrow, shoot an arrow myself, and repeat. I might have to base tank a couple though. I hope I can work. I can heal in between, maybe if necessary. Again, this is just a little bit difficult with the shield. This is difficult in general. with the shields you can like kind of get close, and he usually like drops off the ledge without you needing to do a lot. I usually parry, which is essentially the same thing, I would say. Just I feel like a little bit more reliable if you can parry to this, which I am not great at, but oh god. Okay, this was scary. Whew. But I did not get pierced by an arrow in the back, so I'm happy about that. Oops. Hello, Solia. You mind me resting here? Another one in end.
You left. You.
Anything else? No. Oh, this guy follows me. No? Okay. Do the skip. Now, I think I do want to get the I do want to get the shortcut. Or do I just not give a shit? Not super sure about it. Maybe we get it. Not sure how difficult the boss will be. Let's give it a shot. Because we get 10 Estus at the other bonfire, that's kind of my thinking. Alright. The famous ONS, it is time. Show me them nippies. And your huge spear. That's right. I'm not even starting with the charge. That's cool. Yeah, damage is rock solid. Their damage is also rock solid. Problem. But that is absolutely not the direction I wanted to go for. Like, not at all. I think I've just not had played this game in a long time. Usually I think going for Orns first is harder. At least in phase 1. Phase 2 is harder with horns being big, but I think it's just easier to hit the fatty early on. I have the power of magic on my side though, so might just work. But he's dodging like a mad lad. Baseball swing. Well. That's dangerous. Ah, it's unfortunate that that hit me. Alright. Phase 2, baby. Right, that was an attack. We should do fine by just social distancing. Oh god, that was almost bad. But I did end up rolling in the wrong direction again. Yeah, you really gotta be careful about the lock on and stuff. That's more... Ah! That's a classic Dark Souls 1 problem. And a huge difference to the likes of like Elden Ring. Where basically, you're fine-ish if you keep lock on, just on. But in Dark Souls 1 it's not as clear, you kinda have to play around it as well. Problem is I kinda have to lock on to attack. That is more like the problem with the playthrough like this. Each moving. Man. Lock on. There we go. Nice. Wasn't too bad. First try, as it should be. 50k souls in the bank. Very nice. And we get the biggest reward a gamer can hope for. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Can you guess it? All I'm gonna say is amazing chest ahead. We are getting boobies! Let's go! Gigantic boobies! Oh. Stop talking, I just want to admire your boobies! Yeah. Fantastic. We got the boobies. We can die happy now. Alright, this went by a little bit quicker than I anticipated. But that gives me some options. First we go to Undead Parish. Because we need to buy something. We need to buy the crest. I don't want to murder him. Then we go back to Firelink. And go to Big Head Logan. buy some sorceries. There you are.
There you are. I was
There you are.
as promised.
Alright, we got more of the same. We got the very expensive Soul Spear, holy shit. With the homing Soul Mass. The thing is, you kinda have to buy all of them. Or you won't continue the quest line. How about we start things off with the homing Soul Master? And I think for the rest, maybe we can wait. Not that I can afford the Soul Spear anyway. I can also start buying everything. Yeah, sure. Just buy some things again. 4 more to go. How about this? 3 more.
Heading out, are you? I too will leave. You have great potential.
Okay, nice.
Oh, hello. I was waiting to tell you. And he's just...
Yes.
Oh, hello.
You're a big fan, I know. You also have those 4.
Goodbye then. Do...
So I think what we do now is actually I think we do the dog. Right, dog is a good idea. Dog archives will be very important as well for getting all the spells that we want. Actually, now that I think about it, is there a realistic way that we use like 60 soul arrows? Not really, right? Going to get on with my day. Thank you for playing. Alright, Quarkboard. Go on with your day. I wish you a good luck doing that. And I hope you have a great weekend. Yeah, that's right. How about we equip those? Not the heavies. Great heavies, please. And the homing soul mask. I think that's good. My speech is severely hindered, man. Enjoy your new place. Thank you. I'm actually, as it stands, I'm not always here. I actually have spent a lot of time at my parents' house recently, because actually depending on when I am playing in concerts and stuff, it's much more convenient if I stay there. So yeah, depending on that, I'm not, not here too often. But now I'm here. My PC is here. I only have a laptop set up now at my parents' place. So yeah, that's just that. But I'm very much enjoying it. It's shaping up to be quite cozy and cool. And I can't rest here because of this 3-man. Anyway, what I was about to say is, don't actually want to stream too much longer. I can do a couple of things and then wrap the playthrough up next stream. Not trying to do like 100% run or anything like that. And yeah, okay, whatever. I could technically go to the DLC for some really cool spells, but I don't think I'll be doing that. But what I'm kind of thinking, maybe I can, or maybe I should even, do a spell-only playthrough in like every Souls game. Like I haven't played Dark Souls 2 in a while too. Dark Souls 3 is also long ago. Like Elden Ring, like everywhere, right? Spells only. Might be pretty fun. And see where it is the most busted. The one thing that makes it a little bit more difficult, I would say, in this run, for instance, is really only allowing to use magic. I think that's the main gripe. If you still have a regular weapon with you for some occasions, it's really, really helpful. So most of the problems that I had in this run so far were due to me not even being allowed to use a melee weapon. Otherwise, I think this would be pretty easy. Okay. Don't touch the sword. Let's see how this goes. Sif is a little bit of a glass cannon too, but I'm not all that tanky, so getting hit is bad news. And I'm already starting with that. Quickly. Stand between your legs. Double swipey. That just went through his body. A little bit of distance here and there. And he should be limping pretty shortly anyway. And that should do it. Hit him in the wiener, I'm sorry about that. That's how it goes sometimes. No one can escape the dick punch. Horny ring. Fantastic. That's a bunch of souls we can use. And I'm just gonna TP back, I think. Yeah. That is actually enough souls to get the soul spear. Now that I think about it, I didn't even use the soul mass. I should probably get in the habit of doing that though. I think it's a little bit more reliable than the soul arrows to hit bosses and stuff.
Hello? So have you... Heading out,
That's the real good one.
You have great...
Actually, there's a better one as well, but that takes a while until I can get that, I think. Do I have enough intelligence? I do. Damn, that's nice. I think we toss out the great heavies actually. They just have such a long cast time. But this is way faster. And for, yeah, the great soul arrows are still like, when it comes to bang for the buck, to not run out of spells, I think this is not the dumbest idea to have. Alright. There's one more thing I want to do. I want to kill the Hydra. There's gonna be some nice reward for us. I just hope the Hydra is not super shit without a shield and with spells only. Because I'm not super sure how the cutting will work. I always like Darkroot Garden. You know, I mean, this is the remaster, but I mean, they didn't really remaster a lot in this. I feel like, in terms of atmosphere and stuff, Dark Souls is... It's just a really good game. Like, not raw graphics, so to speak, but just the design. Okay, healing just in case. There's gonna be some golems as well that I may or may not want to get rid of beforehand. Or maybe I don't. Hydra will do it anyway, right? I did not press this. Why are you rolling in that direction that I'm not remotely pressing? This really is something to get used to. I usually don't have that problem when I'm more in the loop of playing Dark Souls 1. But that is always a thing that needs getting used to. When going back to it. The rolling it just feels weird at best. Sometimes. As long as you're locked on, rolling is pretty bad. If you're not locked on, it's fine, but if you're locked on, it's pretty bad. I don't know how they managed to make it that weird. It's like the same in Demon Souls as well. I think by Dark Souls 2 they kind of figured it out. Alright. Let's just go here again. I like going through the forest anyway. It's a nice forest. Have a sip. A safety sip. Okay. I keep underestimating the hitboxes. Yeah. Good that it's hit forehands. Spitting in my ass. Yeah, let's trigger that again. Nope. Gotta heal. I already have that. Did this hit something? Yes. How about this? Will this hit something? Welcome Pixie Fairy, finally caught a stream. That's right. Yeah, actually, yeah, this is actually a stream. I don't think I'll stream for that much longer, but you caught it. I hope you're doing well. But I hope you're having a nice weekend. That is, and I hope I'm not about to make it worse. We are mailing, basically. That it? That seems to be it. Fantastic. Alright, what was the Dusk Crown ring? Oh yeah, the castings. Now, I'm actually not super sure how to trigger the entire thing. But I think I'm having a good bet just reloading the game. Doing well, still a bit sleepy though. Alright, I mean, I'm not super sure how late it is for you, but I get being sleepy. That's one thing I do quite often. I'm also not sure if I go back already or if I have to summon right away. Damn, 6:51 AM. Okay, that is really early. That also explains why you didn't manage to catch a stream. I mean, I wasn't streaming for a couple of weeks. Kinda had some other stuff to tend to, including moving for the most part. And even before that, I was usually basically already done streaming at that time of the day. But now in the new place, I actually have a little bit more flexibility when it comes to that. So I can basically stream more, a little bit longer, a little bit later if need be. Let's go for some. Ow. I guess we need to kill this first, right? Ah. There we go. Oh, hello.
So, it is thou who rescue most gracious. I am I come.
Hello, Dust.
My would my
Goodbye, Dust. Now I think it's the reloading thing. Or the golem thing in the archives. I'm not entirely sure. Because this is hella confusing. Like, this is so confusing. This is like... no idea how someone... Or like how you're supposed to figure that out without using a guide. Automods is blocking you. Oh, so you have the same issue, I guess. I need to look a little bit into that. Ever since I have like my stream setup a little bit different, I'm actually not sure what's going on. So I don't know. Maybe I can figure that out and make it so you're not getting blocked as often or at all,
I am dust.
depending on what you write, I guess.
It is an honor to see thee again. I shall follow.
Okay, gesture, important. Item, also important. Chameleon, not super important. This one is really good actually. This one is really good if you don't use a magic build, but still use some magic. Because the magic adjustment is static on this one, no matter what your stats are. Really good. Unironically, I think I want to have cast light.
If thou art in need, I made.
because I will not be able to see in the Tomb of Giants, and I think that this might actually help. That means the next thing I want to kind of go for is the archives. I still want to do this in this stream, I think. Because this is just a little bit on the boring side, because it's more like going back and forth, not really anything exciting happening. Because I think I need to go to the archives, I need to kill the golden bear, and I think then I need to come back here. All of which is not super conveniently connected, I would say. First we need to place the vessel though. It's not super conveniently connected. Can like warp somewhere, but there's always some running involved. It's a little bit of a shame. Alright. Jumpy. Place the vessel. Okay, let's watch the cutscene. I haven't seen this in a long time as well. I wonder how you would transport that in your back pocket. Damn. Does it show the doors that open? It does, cool. Not the Four Kings though, because I think technically you could do the Four Kings right away. It's fascinating. Okay, now we can go to Anolondo again. I think technically the Four Kings you can do right away. Practically speaking, you don't want to do that, but you could. But you would need to get the... would need to fight Sif first. Ow. I did not slip past that. There we go. Lore-wise, it's actually a little bit fascinating, because that kind of means that the New London ruins and the Four Kings by extent are like a little bit out of reach of the let's just say godly powers, while the Four Kings and stuff more like the abyss and all of that good shit. Just ignore the pig for now. And I want to rest before I... Oh, that was such a weird idea that I had, yeah. Oh shit. That was such a bad idea. I could just reload. I just realized. Because I can't rest when the pigs are following me. There's the golem. Very nice. Okay, let's write down again and hope for the best. Or just reload. Okay, maybe we do this. That always helps. Alright. I still can't rest here. Do I need to kill this? That's interesting. Oh. I need to kill this. That is cool. I was not aware of that. Oh, guess you learn something new every day. Actually, maybe I did learn this, but I forgot about it. That's honestly more likely. Ouch. I'm stuck there. How am I stuck there? Alright. I want to get rid of those so I can fight off the golem. Did not do a good job at it though. Maybe soul mass helps. Already got rid of some. And even more because they're slowly sliding down. Okay. Thank you, Dark Souls 1. Appreciate it. Keep. We kill behind the pillar. Let's get rid of well. One tap. Get this guy. A lot of damage to the face. Classic, just not hitting. That is not how I want to roll. But it keeps happening. And being a mage is sometimes quite the experience. As in casting your shit and just missing half of it. Alright, we got the pendant. That's what I wanted. Probably hitting the archives first anyway though. But I should be able to get back to dusk. I hope. Not entirely sure, but I hope. Again, this is very much confusing and I don't do all of that all that often. Not playing through the DLC that often to begin with, and even less so doing a magic run. But doing that might be a good idea, so we can like start off a fresh plate or something the next stream. Can kind of decide again where I want to go and all of that good shit. But damn, that's a classic as well, right? Magic belts usually require a lot of souls to be effective. Like the spells cost a lot, need to have int high up for it to really punch. So usually you're running around with low everything else. So I wouldn't actually say that it's the easiest way to play the game. It always depends. If you have a lot of souls, sure, then it's quite easy. Same for Elden Ring, by the way. If you have like everything up in Elden Ring, wow, shit, that scared me. That's one thing. But if you're just playing regularly, I'm quitting out here because I need to look without the golems chasing me. If you have everything up, then sure, magic is quite broken. But if you using magic kinda makes it so your other stats are quite low, or your damage is not all that high, you kinda, you know, losing a lot compared to like a strength build, for instance, where especially if you two-hand, your skill requirements aren't all that high, so you can pump a lot into your health bar and stamina bar. Let's see. I really don't quite remember how I get the crown. Might be that. Now we have the DLC portal. Please don't suck me in before I grab this. Ah, there it is. Perfect. What did that even do? Raises power and effect of Varus magic. Okay, but the magic damage we receive is a little bit higher. And we look funny now. Wonderful. Let's get into the DLC. I can just warp out anyway. Now that we are already here. Makes me wonder a little bit, well, if I want to do the DLC or not. I'm just gonna leave it as is. I think I can warp here in. Actually, I don't think I even see it from here. Let's just hope I can warp here. Otherwise I have to do the run again. Alright. Let's see. Yeah, I can. Perfect. Now, I think we are looking pretty good. Maybe not optical, but in general. And I think this is a good spot to actually wrap it up. Sit by the fire. Almost 3 hours of streaming. I think this is a fair point. A fair point to wrap it up. Alright. It's been nice streaming again. New setup. Same streamer. New location. Everything's a little bit more white now. In the back, at least for now. We'll see how that will change over time. I'm not entirely sure yet myself either. Yes, I want to thank everyone for stopping by. I hope you had a good time. I hope you have a nice weekend additionally. And I'm just gonna continue playing this. After that, who knows what's waiting for me. I actually thought about doing like a video of this as well. I'm not super sure about that yet. I don't think it's so exciting. Maybe I'll look into it a little bit and then if I decide that this is fun enough for a video, I might do it, but not promising anything. That's what I'm getting at. Anyway, thanks again, everyone. Continue having a nice weekend, and we see each other in another stream. Of course, as always, stay red, eat bread. Esti left it with me. Yeah, that was very important. And see you guys in another stream. Bye, everyone.